Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. You should check out my website, welshaudio.com. Everything ships for free. The prices that you see is the prices that you'll pay at checkout. Enjoy the video.
All right, guys, welcome back for another one. I do have one here this time that I have unboxed off camera already because I could not wait to see this color. This is an amp I've started to pick up several times over the last year and a half, something like that. And I'm glad that I've waited because when JP came out with the camo colors, I thought those were so cool looking. And I was like, man, this is a perfect time to go ahead and get that 13 and get it in camo. So I did order it on the pre-sale that they had. These things just came out. People have just been receiving them the last few days from when I'm filming this. It's going to be another week from when y'all see it. But anyhow, man, I've been excited about this thing. So what they say is if you like the JP8, you'll love the JP13 because it's the same dimensions. It's a more powerful amp in the same size heatsink. And guys, the JP amp is one that I already love. I've been recommending that amp for a couple years now. It's one of my favorite amps on the market. And so that makes me super excited about this one. But let's get into it. Let's check it out. All right, let's take a look at the box. So y'all saw this side already. Really cool that they added camo and they put the camo sticker on there. Man, he's got so many colors. That's got to be a lot to keep up with, honestly. So JP13, everything there. I don't see anything different other than the model number. I do see something different here. We're going to take a look at that here in a second. Over the JP8 is what I'm saying. All right, check this out. You know, that's not his latest colors on his Tahoe, but that's, you know, no big deal. So we have some ratings right here at 14.4, 700 at 4, 1,000 at 2, 1,300 at 1. Then there's some of the other specs. You can check that out. Really cool, really cool, really cool. These are made in China. All right, let's get it out of the box. Man, look at that, guys. Look at that. That is so cool. You know, all amps are one or two colors, typically. You don't normally see more than two colors on an amp, and the large majority of amps are just one color. But that's cool to have all the different colors going on here. So y'all know it's a box in a box, but I should probably just leave it that way. All right, let's get this stuff out of here and get the box out of the way. Really cool right here too with the bass knob. What else have we got? The cord, is that it? Oh, some Allen wrenches. What did y'all grow up calling these? Allen wrenches is what I grew up calling them. Hex key, hex wrench. All of those, I guess, are acceptable, but I grew up calling them Allen wrenches. But let me know what y'all grew up calling those. All right, let's get some of this out of the way. Get the good stuff right here, front and center. Look at that. Man. Oh, shoot. I love that that shade of dark green on the ends there. All right, guys, y'all have heard me say now, I don't know how many times, I have found a few contenders over the last couple of years of amps that I thought I would love to have in my green truck. Oh boy, this one's way on up there. It'd be hard to not put a WA2K in there as well. But guys, this thing would go sweet in the green truck. Here's one thing I did notice right off. So the fit and finish, well, the fit is great. But the finish on these, I did notice, there's some like, y'all see, like right there in the crevice. That's actually where the paint isn't full coverage and smooth and whatever. Also in the fins, see if I can kind of properly show y'all that. I still think it looks cool as heck though. Let me get y'all in close at how the paint turned out in the fins. Guys, don't get me wrong, I still love this thing. I don't know, I'm gonna want to keep this one, honestly. I end up selling, you know, pretty much all of these amplifiers. I've even sold a few that I really thought I was going to keep. Don't know yet about this one, but just wanted to mention that. And I guess, you know, doing all these different colors, I don't know if this is a hydro, what's it called? Hydro dip or whatever, where they spray paint in the water and then they dip it in the water and it sticks. I'm not sure if that's how they're doing these. I haven't looked at these close enough to notice if every pattern on every amp is different or if it is the same pattern on every amp. That would kind of tell us a little bit too, but I'm guessing this might be some form of hydro dip or something, and that causes the finish to maybe not be quite as slick as some of the other ones. But guys, I still love it. You handle this thing a few times and little stuff like that just seems to sort of disappear or not bother you as much. So let's flip it over. Of course, we got the cool clear acrylic back plate. This one, I need to look these coordinates up. I think I've seen people say, I just can't remember. This one, the saying, gosh, can y'all see that? It's down in there, and its coordinates, like 29.0491 degrees north, comma 82.4609 degrees west. We'll have to look those up. Is that the Down for Sound headquarters? Anyhow, cool looking guts. I need to look up the guts on the JP8 and see if we've got some obvious differences going on here. But guys, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Some people may hate the camo color, and guys, you might think that I'm just a camo nut. I'm actually not. I like camo fine, but I'm not a nut about it. But look at that compared to the backdrop. It's even like the same form or pattern of camo. There's so many different camos out nowadays, but that's basically the same as our backdrop. But look at this. So Skylar was here with me the other day when I was taking this out of the box, and I said, man, what are the chances that the bass knob is probably just green, especially when I saw the green sticker? Because keep in mind, there's a camo sticker on the side of the box. So I thought, yeah, probably just a solid green bass knob. But if it's the right shade of green, like it matches one of these greens, that'll be cool with me. So look at that. Can you believe that? That even the bass knob is camo. Guys, this is that cool bass knob too. I mean, I don't know what bass knob on the market is cooler than these and the ones that come with like the salt amps, the ones with the clip light, the temperature. All of those are pretty equal to me. What I like about this one is it's not the Bluetooth bass knob. I know I might be in the minority on this. I don't really know, but Skylar and I both prefer the wired bass knobs. After having the JP13 and having a wireless one or a Bluetooth one or whatever they call it, we actually like the wired ones better. That thing has like a little bit of a delay to it, and you still have to plug it in anyway because it doesn't have an internal battery. So it always has to be plugged into a 12-volt source to run it. And so that eliminates the fact of it just being completely wireless. And like I said, it's got like a delay to it. Skylar could tell you more about that. So if you're doing a burp and you're rolling up with that wireless one, it's not as quick and accurate as the wired one. Okay, guys, this thing is super cool. I'm gonna check out the manual, see if there's anything new or cool or different in there, see if the ratings are any different than what we've seen on the box already. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this thing. I'm gonna start getting it hooked up, and we gotta see what this thing puts out. All right, let's do it. All right, real quick, couple things. So we do have the same ratings as the box: 7, 1K, and 1300 at 4, 2, and 1. Also on the back, so this one has the clicks for the low pass and subsonic, and so you can count the clicks to get you close. That's pretty nice. We normally use, the crossover calibrator for that, but man, most folks don't have that, and so having something to go by better than just turning it to where you think it probably should be, this is better than having nothing to go by. I will say this though, with the clicks, the amps that have the clicks, sometimes if you want to be on an exact frequency, like let's say you wanted to be at 80 hertz, there's not. Well, let's double check. Yeah. So sometimes you'll be between 2 clicks, and so we wasn't a fan of that on the JP13. We had to choose a frequency because we wanted to land in a click, and we still set it with the crossover calibrator, but we stuck it on a click, which was a little bit different than we like to be exact when we set that stuff up. But honestly, 1 click, you'll never know it. Honestly, you'll never know it. All right, let me finish hooking it up. All right, I keep chiming in here, but I feel like I've got some necessary stuff. So I don't know how I forgot to talk about this. We've got 0 gauge inputs here. I'd have to go back and look at my video. I've sold both of the JP8s that I bought. It had 4 gauge inputs, right? But we've got 0 gauge inputs on the JP13. So I had to get my zeros out, and I thought, look at this. I have not switched these over yet to the oversized 1-aught insulated ferrules that I make. Check out my website for those, welshaudio.com. They're super cool. As far as I know, I'm the only person, period, that makes and sells those. But here's a great example as to one of the reasons why I wanted something better. These are the sky-high ferrules. We like them. We've used them for years. But you see how the negative one is still under the heat shrink just fine. But look how the positive one pulled out from underneath the heat shrink. That's one of the aggravating things about these because you don't have anything to grab onto. When you go to pull them out, you don't have anything to grab onto, so they slip out from under that heat shrink. Really easy. We got to fix this. Let's do that too. All right, here we go. This is going to be so much better. Whoa, look how good that looks. Man, in this situation right here, y'all know I sell these in black and red is how they typically come. If you want all red or all black, just shoot me a message and you can get all red or all black. But in this situation, I like to use 2 blacks because the wire tells me which is which, and I think that would be better looking than confusing, or not confusing, but mixing red with blue. They call that blue. To me, that's always been kind of purple, but yeah. How much neater and cleaner does that look, even over the other way? But now when I go to pull these out, got something to grab onto. Wait till you see, they're gonna look so sweet sticking in the amp too. I think they look nice when they're in the amp. All right, now let's finish hooking it up. All right, guys, it's the 4 ohm test, rated 700 watts. We're starting off at 14.8, and we're going to capture the current. That reminds me to put that in max hold mode. All right, 700 watts. This is going to be 40 hertz. All testing with this amp will be done at 40 hertz. This amp is made for subwoofers. All right, let's roll it up. Are we going to see 700? $987. Wow, so nearly 1,000 right out of the gate. The voltage dropped to 14.6 and the current draw was 91.5. All right, cool. Let's do this test except dynamic. This test meaning at 40 hertz is what I mean. Here we go. A little bit more. 988. Okay. A little bit more. All right, cool. Some good power right out of the gate. That's awesome to see. All right, let's do 2 ohms. All right, 2 ohms rated 1,000. We've already seen almost 1,000. All right, but what are we going to see at 2 ohms? Whoa. 1669, the voltage dropped to 14.4 and the current pull was 174.7. Guys, you better have some electrical if you want to run this girl. 1669. Wow. All right, let's do 2 ohms dynamic. All right, what is she gonna do? Dynamic at 2. A little bit more. Nice. 1720. That's cool. Wow, this thing's stout. All right, let's move on to the good stuff. Everybody's waiting on 1 ohm, including myself. Let's see what it'll do at 1 ohm. All right, guys, 1 ohm rated 1,300 watts. We've already seen well over 1,300 watts. I'm excited about this. I don't know what it's going to do. We're going to find out together. All right, here we go. 1 ohm, let's roll it up. Dude, 1606. The voltage dropped to 14.0 and the current draw was 305.8. Woo! Guys, that's crazy. All right, let's, gosh, you know what I'm in the mood to do? Let's do it again. Let's do it again. $16.24. Oh man. All right. Let's do dynamic. Whew. 26.24 is what I meant to say. I think I said 16. Golly, guys. What? What? 28.29. Golly. You guys weren't lying about this amp. Dude, to be supposedly a 1,300 watt amp, this thing is a beast. This thing is stout, guys. I like it. I like it a lot. You've got to have some electrical for this amp, or you won't ever see that. Speaking of, I've had some weird interactions with 3 meetups this week. I come home one day, I asked my wife, I said, is there a full moon or something? She's like, yeah, we do actually have a full moon coming up this weekend, or I don't know, that blood moon they've been talking about. I could tell. I could tell, guys. I dealt with some strange interactions this week. People acting crazy with these meetups. People that just don't understand car audio, and it's aggravating sometimes trying to explain stuff to people. And look, I used to be stubborn too. I didn't believe all the stuff that's true. I know most of you guys do understand electrical and things like that that are needed. I used to be one of those guys. I thought if you want big power, just go buy a big amp. I've had to learn the hard way. That's not how it works. Let me know what y'all think about this amp. Holy cow. All right, this amp is stout. I like it a lot. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, let's move on to the next step, which I'm trying to decide. Do I want to hook this up to those subwoofers? I'm gonna think about it in the meantime. I'm gonna leave y'all hanging. But yeah, let's move on to something else. All right, guys, check that out. Tell me what you think about the red and the black. The reason why I'm playing with these, I've noticed with this amp, these 1-aught oversized terminals are a little bit smaller than the ones on our Sundown amps. So I got my calipers out, measuring the inside of these. I've been doing a lot of that lately. I know a lot of people probably don't know what size their terminals are, but I'll tell you right now, they probably call these 13 millimeters. The Sundowns are 13.5. I've had to dive off into all of that because of making these oversized 1-aught ferrules. I'm sizing them down to a certain size. They were a little bit snug in here. So I sized them down one more size so that they would go in a little bit better, and I wound up doing a red and a black just for the heck of it. But anyhow, guys, check out my website if you're interested in some oversized 1-aught insulated wire ferrules. So yeah, I mentioned I had a few strange interactions this week with some meetups, but I also had a good one. Earlier today, I actually, in the middle of shooting this video, had a guy that's been chatting with him a little bit recently, but he was ready to meet up and grab an amp from me. So we picked out a time and a place, and I took a break from the video and went and met with him. So cool local guy named Chase. I appreciate it, Chase. I just wanted to be clear. Chase was not one of the three goofy interactions. The interaction with Chase was awesome. He's a subscriber and he watches the channel and supporter. And he talked about how much he liked Big D Wiz. And anyhow, we all do. We all love Big D Wiz. If y'all aren't subscribed to Big D Wiz, what are y'all doing? Come on, man. If you like amp dynos, go check out Williston Audio Labs. Also, in the middle of today's video, had a comment that at first it come across as smart aleck, and ultimately I do think that original comment was being a bit of a smart aleck. So I wasn't sure just how I was going to reply yet, because he was definitely going to get a reply. I was just trying to decide what kind of reply. So after a little while, I finally replied back to him. But the comment was from It's Just I. And I think It's Just I is a pretty cool guy. His second comment was pretty cool. But anyhow, his first comment was talking about how I need to work on my camera work. And he said it in not such a friendly way. But anyhow, here's the deal, guys. I've got to keep this channel simple. If I'm not able to make these videos very simply, without a lot of production, without a lot of editing, without a lot of fancy camera work, guys, I'm making this with my iPhone, and it's gonna stay that way. Honestly, if these videos get too complicated, I've probably already gotten a little more complicated with the channel and the brand and everything. I've probably gotten a little more complicated with some of that than I originally intended to, but I'm still within my comfort zone. Guys, I've got a full-time job that I've been at for 24 years. That's none of this. It's not the brand. It's not the stereo mojo. It's none of it. This is my side hobby, and kind of, I guess, turned into a little bit of my side hustle. But honestly, guys, if the videos were complicated and I cared a whole lot about the production of it and what it looked like any more than it already does, I would just stop doing them. Honestly, I don't have the time for it. I just don't. So the videos are going to stay exactly like they are. I don't know. I get it. I like watching high production, awesome videos too. I really do. I enjoy those. I appreciate those. But honestly, guys, this is free for y'all for the most part. I mean, I guess you're watching some ads, but ultimately, you know, I'm putting out these videos. Most of you guys are watching these things for free, honestly. So don't nitpick me, and don't nitpick other YouTubers either. Honestly, you either like it and you watch, or you don't like it and you move on. Honestly, there's no sense in the negativity. Not that I'm not above being called out on something, but I think that's nitpicking, and I think it's BS. And it is what it is, and you're going to keep getting more of the same. So honestly, guys, look, that is 1% of y'all out there, maybe 2 or 3% at the most. I've got some incredible supporters, so I appreciate you guys that get it, you understand, you appreciate everything that's going on. I really do. And it's just, is a cool dude. I could tell by his second comment, he's a cool guy. Anyhow, look, I'm a smart aleck too. I can be a smart aleck with the best of them, and I started to be a while ago, and I say stuff wrong sometimes too, and whatever. So it is what it is. But guys, the videos are going to continue to look exactly like they've been looking. And here's the thing, guys. I did not want to put this on the subwoofers. I know some of y'all are super bummed about that, but here's the deal. Those subwoofers are not rated for this kind of power. I've pushed them double that hard before, to be honest. Y'all saw me put a 5K on those subwoofers one day, but honestly, I decided to skip the, I'm gonna be careful to not let my terminals touch over here. If y'all think that don't matter, it still could. There's probably some juice still left in the caps, so just be careful. But guys, with the the see-through, y'all have seen all these JP amps 1,000 times. We've all seen them many times over, so I'm not going to fool with taking the back plate off of it either. But we are going to fill out the card, and guys, I'll tell you, I'm conflicted once again. I want to keep it. I love this amp. It needs some electrical, honestly. I still love the JP8. Honestly, it's a great fit for people with stock electrical. It pushes the limits, to be honest, of stock electrical. The JP8 does. But I do love that this thing is so powerful for its size. It might be my new favorite JP amp, the JP13. It's that JP13 too, though, is real special to me and Skylar. But this one and the JP23, I still love the JP8. I'm so conflicted, guys. Y'all have heard me say it 1,000 times. I love car audio. That's why I'm not so hung up on my brand, that I won't run other people's stuff, that I won't like other people's stuff. I love car audio, and I love this little amp. I'd love to keep this. I don't know if I will. I need to sell it for the money so I can buy another amp, stick something up on the bench for you guys in the near future, and selling this and getting the money for it would help a lot with that. But I like this thing a lot. I'd love to keep it. I'm not sure yet. I might have to think about this for a day or two. All right, let's move on to filling out the card. I sure have been talking a lot in this video, but let's get this flipped back over. Let's get these taken out of the end of it, and let's fill out the card. All right, guys, I love this amp. Y'all tell me what you think. It's a little bit stormy here today. It's actually supposed to be very stormy here after a while. Outbreak of tornadoes and all that kind of good stuff. So today is March the 15th. You will be watching this a week and a day later than when I'm filming this. But anyhow, it's the day that the tornadoes rolled through the South. Guys, here's the thing. Let's talk about this cost. I think I paid full price for this amp. I saw later where there was like maybe a code or something that I didn't use. I don't know what you can pick this amp up for. I don't know how long the camo is going to be available, but I'm a big fan of the JP13, I'll tell you that. But I paid $212.49, $212.49, which I think is a bargain. All of JP's amps are good values. I kind of wonder if this might be the best value because of the power that it put out. The JP8, when it's on sale, that's a great deal too. What does it go on sale sometimes for, like is it $159 sometimes? That's a good deal too. But this one here would come in at well under 10 cents a watt. This is a great deal in my opinion. But that's what I paid for it, which I think is full price. Maybe that pre-sale or before they came out. It's one of those deals we had to pay for it before they were released. I'm not real sure what that price was compared to what the norm is going to be. So let's get on to the output. You guys saw that second run that we did was that 2624. I said it wrong on camera the first time. I said 1624. 1624 would have been over its rated power. Of course, that was at 40 hertz, 1 ohm, uncertified. Guys, thank y'all for the support. Check out my website. Check out my Facebook page. So, got a new Facebook page, Welsh Audio, and trying to get that thing up and going. It'd be cool if we started using that. But I'll have links in the descriptions for both of those. Anyhow, guys, thanks for the support. Thanks for coming back week after week, and we'll see you next time.